Here is our, yes, our, everybody's, yours and mine, and theirs too. Grand Finals, best of 5 in the NA LuL Cup number 38. Lucy versus Hitman. Both players main race. No messing around, no Night Elf, no off race for Lucy. It is Orc versus Undead. Game number 1 is on Tidehunters. Here we go. Upper left. Hit boy. Bottom right. Michael's brother Michael. Lucy. What's up, DB? Carson, your casting is flawless lately. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. We're just chilling, you know? We're just chilling over here. We'll be doing War 3 Champions pretty soon here. I don't know if the dates have been announced, but obviously the end of the season just happened. We'll be doing War 3 Champions soon, and then you'll see me. In a duo cast. When's the last time I actually casted with someone? I did cast the last War 3 Champions because I was on tour. When's the last time I actually casted with somebody else on this channel? It's been a long time. So let's see. Let's see if I still got it when I cast with Neo and Remo for War 3 Champions. This is cash build, so the shop finishes at the same time as the Blade Master, but the shop being early doesn't delay the grunt. That's what I mean by cash build. And for Lucy, it is just DK goals standard for both. I mean, the shop timing isn't necessarily quote-unquote standard. I should do like quote-unquote standard, because that's what I'm doing with my hands right now. But it should be standard. I think so. I think it should be standard. Because, of course, the goal for Hitman is to get little bits of value on the map. Maybe grab the circlet, maybe creep the turtles. But more importantly for Hitman, his goal is to delay the Death Knight's level 3 and to also force coils. That's what he wants to do in this early game. So, ergo, fast shop, having salves, being able to go across the map early is what the Blade's going to do. He grabbed a circlet. And he confirms it's not a fast expo, and he doesn't get the Trapper, but now what he can do is start damaging these ghouls or damaging the Death Knight. All this damage will delay the creeping of Lucy. Every second counts. Oh my god. Oh, that's actually a flub. He should have forced the TP there. He should have had the block, and then he could have popped Speed Scroll and killed the Death Knight. But he actually messed it up. Unoptimal play. Still, though, opportunity for the Death Knight to be killed. Lucy's going to have to buy a Ritual Dagger. Because if not, a couple attacks from the Blade Master and then Speed Scroll. 2 Windwalks. Dead Knight. But look at how much he delayed. If he had not harassed, if Hitman had instead been creeping, what would Lucy do? He would have scattered it with a skeleton and then taken his knolls. The orange camp right up here. And then what would he have done after? Taken the green camp. Then what would he have done? Been level 3, and then he would have killed every single grunt with level 3 Death Knight. This is why you should harass as the Orc player. And this is why you should scout as the Undead player, so you can react to what the Orc player is doing. Are they harassing or are they creeping? If they're creeping, then you can creep something bigger as the Undead player. You have a random OC Drummer cast? That was a nice switch up. Yeah, OC Drummer did, was it DreamHack? What did OC Drummer do? Was it DreamHack or War 3 Champions? Yeah, he's a good caster. It's been a while. I haven't talked to that guy in a while, but he's good. Those are good. Those are fun casts. Been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. Is that Creed? What band is that? Death Knight healed up, and Nerubian got up, maybe forcing a Windwalk. Of course, on the Undead side of things, how do you deal with this sort of harass? Well, slowly but surely, you force the salves to be used, and you force the Blade to use Windwalks. Surrounding the Blade might not feel very effective because he just Windwalks out of it, but every time you can force the Blade to use that little bit of mana, once he's out of mana, once he can't Windwalk any longer, he has to go back home, which allows you to creep, so that's how you deal with that as an Undead player. Oh, no last hits. And now the dust so that he knows to coil this, and Lucy gets his level 2. Now Aura, the grunts have to be careful. Yeah, Lando, I meant on this channel though. Okay, War Melt, Bestiary, Brute Strength, A insanely strong upgrade, by the way. 3 damage and 125 HP on every grunt. And then tier 3 will come up after. The reason why Hitman doesn't go tier 3 right away is because you need units to creep the shadow, especially if the Death Knight's level 3. Because if the Death Knight is level 3 and you only have 3 grunts and a Shadow Hunter creeping, you tank a little bit too much on your Shadow Hunter, Death Knight comes around the corner, kills your Shadow Hunter. You need the extra units. Importantly, the Wind Rider that will probably come out of this bestiary. And the Raider, stuff like that. Tier 3 for both. Lucy, close to level 3. Maybe he could snag this camp. And the Lich is almost out too. DK so close to 3. Oh, Hitman, by the way, in the meantime, did snag the consumable here when we were looking at other things. Yeah, so Headhunter and Wind Rider, these are going to help the Shadow Hunter to creep up so he doesn't take too much damage creeping. Therefore, if he does get creep jacked by the Death Knight, he won't be too low. Is that Nickelback? Oh. It's been a while. Oh, yeah, it is Nickelback, yeah. Wait, is it? Yeah, I think it is. I think you're right. DK is 3 at long last. +1 attack on the way, Slaughterhouse on the way, tier 3 on the way, and Lich is here. So now Lucy's goal, in most cases, should be to slow down the Shadow from getting level 3. So that the Shadow's stuck on level 2, or in ideal cases, level 1. And then Lucy pushes with tier 3 Frenzy push. That tends to be how the matchup goes. We're kind of seeing exactly how the matchup goes here. But Hitman is at the advantage because he's just slowed down Lucy so much. And the Shadow Hunter is able to creep freely. Maybe he'll go down here, creep this camp, and that would be level 3 Shadow Hunter. And Lucy, because he's delayed so much, is forced just to kind of creep himself, to leave the Shadow Hunter alone. And what can you do when the Shadow Hunter is left alone? You can take big camps like this one. Is he not going for a Raider? Okay, he is going for a Raider. Normally you go for 1 of each unit. So you get 3 grunts and then you get 1 Headhunter, 1 Raider, 1 Wind Rider, 1 Kodo. And that's your 50 supply army. We notice once he builds a Raider, he's going to be at 44. And then the TC will be 49. Or sometimes you skip the Headhunter and get 2 Raiders. Sometimes you skip the Wind Rider and get 2 Kodos. Things of that nature. Okay, Shadowrun gets level 3, but notice how low the heroes were. If Lucy was pressuring, that's at least a dead hero, if not both dead heroes. Oh, maybe Hitman's actually going to go 2 Kodos and no Raider. He got the upgrade for Ensnare just because. Why not? But maybe second Kodo. That'd be a cool little decision. Lucy, Frenzy almost done. Actually getting 1-1 for the ghouls and Destro form. And then should be a Dark Ranger and go, 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 right? This is the Frenzy timing. And Hitman. Is he really going to go for a red? No, he's just going to go for the turtles, but it's going to get pushed. Reinforce is done. TC's almost out, but Hitman's going to lose his shop. He's going to have 1 more consumable. Oh, he's going to lose the shop before he gets the orb. Maybe the TC? TC's got to grab the orb. Hitman has the gold. Let's see if he does it. TC, grab the orb. Grab it. Okay, he gets it. Okay, so pretty much optimal play from Hitman. Gets a Scroll the Beast. Now he needs to somehow swap the orb over. He left a gauntlets there. Scroll the Beast could be used. Okay, TC. Belt given. Orb swapped. Stomp is huge, and Scroll the Beast could be used next. Needs to rebuild the shop as well, which he is. Everything is pretty good from Hitman, but the Coiled Nova just kills the blade! Hitman didn't make a single mistake, but now his blade is just dead. Well, let's see if Lucy can hold on. The Shadow Hunter is probably going to go in Tavern and revive it. It's Stained? Who's Stained? I've never even heard of that band. Wait, that's the band that sings that song, TC's Dead. All right, well, Blade's back. TC's now dead, though, and Alter was also killed. $39 versus 42. Both Kodos eat. Wanda Man stealing to deny the next coil. I don't know, Neil. Maybe. No, it shouldn't be. Push him vulnerability. Force. Is there a heal wave? Oh, there's full mana, in fact, on the Shadow Hunter. But he gets silenced. The Blade's dead. Oh, nope. Frenzy? How good is Frenzy? He's got a Windwalk in 1 mana. There we go. He lives. The game capture might be scrunched a bit. I'll check it after this game. I don't think it is, though. There would be no reason because it's been locked for 3 years. There's no reason it should move. So that was stressful for Hitman. I mean, he was in such a good position during that push. He got the orb, the TC was back, he swapped it over, he had the perfect army. He even got an extra consumable from the turtles. He had good positioning, and then Silence Coil Nova, his blade is dead, and then it's been very stressful ever since, but we'll see if he can keep his heroes alive for the rest of this. No, apparently not. Blade's dead again. Well, Lucy's back in it yet again. And that's really just how this matchup tends to go. If you keep your heroes alive as the Orc, you pretty much win. If you get Shadowhunter level 3 before he pushes and you keep your heroes alive, you're fine. But if you don't keep your heroes alive, the Undead always has opportunities. And Lucy expanded behind the push as well. Hasn't been saturated yet, but if he survives this one, he's probably going to be at the advantage, but he might take some losses. Stomp, Devour, lost a statue already. Blade's back. Scroll the BCUs, and TP forced. Hitman has no idea about this, though, apparently. And Lucy, any tech switches? No, just potion of healing, scrolly healing too, wow. And just fiends and statues. Sometimes we see players like Happy, but we shouldn't all try to emulate Happy, okay? Sometimes we see Happy just keep building ghouls as opposed to ever transitioning into fiends. If a code 18 is a subtract from the supply count, or does it not impact until it's truly dead? It does not impact until it's truly dead. So the fiend that's been devoured right now, not only is Lucy getting vision around this Kodo, but he also has his supply is going to go down to 44. There we go, 44. Potion of Invulnerability found from the consumable. What was gotten at the... Oh, it was Onk from the red camp down here for Hitboy. 46 versus 50. Hitman still has no idea. Lucy mining not fully on the expansion, but mining nevertheless. Played dead again. All right. I really don't even know how many units Lucy's killed. He's just killed the Blade 3 times. That's it. He killed a Headhunter earlier. I'm not sure if these are the original Kodos or not. That's the original Wind Riders. But Blade's back. Lucy, though, getting higher and higher in heroes. He's about to be 4-4-3 soon, if he can get, say, the red, for instance. Oh no. FU77R. Don't tell me Hitman was being disrespectful. Oh my god. Say so. What's up, dude? Thanks for the 63 months. How was your trip? Are you back now? Or are you still out and about? Thanks for the 63 months. Says Hitman number 1. Well, not this game. I mean, this game it's looking like Hitman yeah, about number 20 or so, maybe. Give or take. Still not bad, though. Being 20th isn't that bad, right? 50 versus 55. And if at first you don't succeed, nuke the Blade Master again. That's what I always say. And now Kodo falls. Headhunter falls. Destro being pressured, but lives. Could be morphed later on. There is an Ankh on the TC. Pushing him more ability on the Blade. But it's 42 against 53. One Destro almost died, but the heroes are safe. Level 5 Shadowhunter. And yet again, we're in a position where it's like, okay, I think Hitman is probably favored in this fight, but we've said that, and then he's lost a hero, so let's see. Can he keep his heroes alive long enough to hold out in this fight? Lucy has a shop here and a Nerubian. That should be all he needs to hold on for at least the time being. Oh, Death Knight. Hex. Windwalk. And Death Knight goes down. There is no mana for the Shadowhunter, actually, but GG is called. All right. And Hitman gets the 1-0 with the, you know, definitely not the best game we've seen today, everybody, from these guys, but that's all right. You know, it was still it's still good fun. It's all good. It's all good fun, isn't it? We're all having a good time. We're all having a good time. 1-0 for Hitboy. About to head out. Where are you at the airport? Getting ready to play a DreamHack or something. Did anyone get the red camp at the end, by the way? No, the Golem was still there, right? All right. Last Refuge will be map number 2. And Lucy definitely don't hate his chances now. It always depends on the day. It's hard to know what Lucy's going to show up. But definitely game number 1, not looking bad at all for Lucy. And remember, his early game was not good. His timing wasn't great either. Like, the timing itself, the time he was pushing at was good. But Hitman was very well prepared for the timing. His early game wasn't good. The timing didn't work out. And he still scraped his way into an advantage at times, even in that game. So don't hate his chances to give us at least more than a 3-0 today. But let's see what happens on Last Refuge. Here we go. Bottom left, Hitman. Upper right, Lucy. So, Ghoul Opener again. I imagine we're going to see a different shop timing from Hitman because you just simply can't micro your peons as efficiently on LR as you can on most other maps, actually every other map. So it's much less efficient to do what I called the cash build in map number 1. Why not add 1 or 2 Banshees for Curse? I think he would have if he held that push. I think that would have been the next follow-up, would be adding a Temple. Oh, Farseer. Ooh, is he going to do the build that's the build that's the build? Probably not. If we cross that bridge, I'll tell you guys what the build is, but I don't think we're going to see that build. So don't worry. It won't matter. Farseer is not really played much anymore. Does Hitman think it's going to be an expansion from Lucy? Is he like trying to hard call out a Crypt Lord or something, for instance, after being up 1-0? I mean, I would be very surprised if Lucy did anything different from game 1 because he was so close to winning that game. And again, despite a bad early game. But Hitman apparently thinks it's going to be something other than just DK Ghouls. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in these players' heads. And after watching game 1, I don't think they do either. But hey, Farseer gets a camp. DK gets the same. Ring and ring for both. And we might be on level 1 for both for quite a while. Creeps get pulled. Ensnare on the wolf. Ensnare on the ghoul as well. Gonna force at least a coil. But maybe the Death Knight can get level 2. He's forced to use a coil defensively, but still gets the last hit, does Lucy. This ghoul with perfect stutter step micro might die. Yeah, it will die. But Lucy still gets level 2, and a grunt gets surrounded. This ghoul will die to the wolf, probably. This grunt will die as well. No deny. That ghoul did fall to the wolf. All the coils were forced. Is that worth a trade of a grunt? I don't know. Probably not. By the way, did the ghoul get denied? No, it seems like it didn't. Where's the corpse? Ah, there it is. Yeah, it wasn't denied, I think. So grunt for 1 ghoul and all the coils. I'll let you guys decide who's ahead from that. Lucy, of course, got an extra camp on top of it, though, so I think we know the answer. Neil, I think Say So is a very frequent flyer, a very frequent traveler. So he probably doesn't mind. I guess you have to be if you're from New Zealand or Australia. You have to be. I mean, unless you want to stay there your whole life, which the birds are attacking you and stuff. I wouldn't want to do that. Gotta get used to the flights. All right, tier 2. No War Mill yet, so what is Hitboy going to do? Is it going to be Wind Riders? Is it going to be a tier 2 expansion, maybe? Or will it just be tier 3 tech? Probably not tier 3 tech. I'd expect either dual bestiary or a tier 2 expansion. Lucy trying to get level 3, scraping some experience together. Has a coil to save the ghoul, but might end up losing 1 ghoul, but still, again, trading a camp for some mana and maybe a ghoul loss is pretty good, all things considered, for Lucy. And he doesn't actually lose any ghouls there. Surprising.
A player's forces are under attack.
What do we have back at home? Dual Bestiary and Torn Chieftain. Okay, Wind Riders it is. Or possibly Raiders, Wind Riders, tier 2x. But there's a few variations of this, I think, actually. Having watched TH and Infi play these weird strategies so often. What is the best? I don't know. Could be another ghoul kill, but there's the Death Knight with a coil, so the ghouls will be safe. Wind Riders on their way out. TC creeping with a couple of grunts. 2 instead of 3 because of the loss earlier. But maybe a Raider after this. If he builds 2 more Wind Riders after these, I would say tier 3 tech. If he builds a Raider after this, I would say maybe tier 2 expansion, which is scouted by the ward that Lucy just found up here. Okay, a Raider or more Wind Riders. Doesn't have the gold for anything really right now. More Wind Riders, okay. Probably tier 3 tech then. Could be wrong though, I really don't know. Ghoul goes down, level 2. 2 ghouls fall. Oh my god. 3 ghouls dead. What the hell is going on, Lucy? And a last hit. The Farseer just got from like 1.9 to 2.5. Ooh, there's almost a chain lightning. Is it worth it for the Trapper? Probably not, right? Oh, it doesn't need it anyway. Jesus. Oh, Gargs, what are you doing? Okay, getting coiled apparently. Nova, 1-for-1 trade is going to favor Lucy. DC. Grabs the item. Windrider being chased by the Garg. Stomp. Greater mana that was found at the shop used, though. Wolves to try to secure the kill. Windrider does go down over here, or was that a Bat Rider that went down? Didn't sound like a Windrider dying. Of course, regardless, big mistake for Hitman, losing a unit. AFK there. Yeah, not a strat I'm very familiar with. And a strat, honestly, I don't know if Hitman's familiar with either, but Lucy has certainly played it a bunch on the ladder. Sacrificial Pit. Getting ready for potential hit and run, potential expansions, potential towers all over the map. Still no tier 3 tech for Hitman, though, so maybe proving that he wants to go for an expansion? Orb grabbed, and maybe Alchemist third. I would not be surprised by. Would you guys be surprised by that? Your response should be no. I wouldn't be. No War Mill, by the way, so no reinforced defenses. So Hitman always has to be out and about on the map. If he's ever not taking control of the map, if he's ever too defensive, his burrows are just going to get owned, especially with Destro form on the way. Mana Stone. He got a Greater Mana and a Mana Stone. Mad Lad and a Bat Rider. Coil Novid. I think that was the second Bat Rider that died. Hitman finds Wanted the Wind. Now that is an item. And there's the Alchemist. Told you guys not to be surprised. Speed Scroll. 2 detonates. That's 2 Gargs. Coil Nova kills 1 Wind Rider. Wanted the Wind used on the Lich. I can't help but think maybe he misclicked it. No, he didn't. Oh, that was a misclick for sure. Right? He definitely wanted to win the Death Knight. Thatch is being focused. Wind Rider's going down. They're both losing a lot. I thought the DK was dead, but apparently it's living. Bat Rider gets ensnared. Could also be focused down. Wind Rider could go over the trees. Alchemist not able to find the kill. Wanted the Wind kind of wasted there. I mean, it helped him in the fight, but typically you want to use it to get a little bit more than just removing some auto attacks for a second. Mana Stone has not been yet used. Hitman realized Knife was too hard. I don't know. I don't think that was the case, though. That's for sure. But hey, that's just my opinion.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, apparently Orc's really hard, though, because he just can't keep these Bat Riders alive. Jade now. Always tracking. Don't know who got the XP there. Well, we'll never know. Cool. Won't be coiled. We'll go down. Messy, messy game, but Hitman ends up 13 supply ahead. Lucy has the better heroes for these sorts of engagements. Too many Wind Riders, though, for the Gargs to deal with. 2-for-1 trade there. You normally pay double for that kind of action, and TC, 1 stomp is all it takes. The Mana Stone will be consumed by Lucy. Oh, that's a big Nova. That's why I say the heroes for Lucy are a lot better than the heroes for Hitman when it comes to air versus air, at least. Still 2 coils left on the Death Knight. Bat Rider finds a Garg. Wind Rider microed back, and Lich is just not coiled? There was no way he didn't have the cooldown there. I think he just sort of fumbly-bumblied it. And Hitman, with 2 different strategies, you don't say that too often. It's the 2-0. Map number 3 is going to be Twisted Meadows. I'm guessing that. I don't actually know. We'll find out. Find out in a second. Why elk? Just good against air. It can attack air. Does a lot of auto attack damage. Chemical Rage, Acid Bomb, both good against air as well. Just a good anti-air hero. It's probably the best hero you can pick up and keep on level 1 for anti-air. Unless it's like, you know, mass flying machines or something, then obviously like a panda. Or like mass gargs, you want a panda, just because those are small, low supply units, but Wind Riders being 4 supply, you want single point damage to focus them down one at a time, therefore Alchemist. Best option. And also Orb and Acid Bomb combined, pretty good. Alright, map number 3, Springtime. I forgot we hadn't seen this map yet. We saw Tidehunters, and then we saw Last Refuge, and now we're seeing Springtime. Lucy. I know he's got a couple maps in him. I know he can make this competitive. The games have already been competitive, they've just gone one way. But Lucy has one more opportunity to not make this a 3-0 sweep. Here we go, game number 3. Upper left, Hit Boy, bottom right, Lucy. Ooh, Ted Fiends. Not Ted Fiends, Philbot Fiends. That was less dramatic than I wanted it to be, because I misspoke. Dang nabbit. Will this be... There could be a few things this could be. Now, number 1. Crypt Lord expansion. Not good. Number 2. Lich Tower Rush. Not as good, possibly, as number 3. Death Knight Tower Rush. Number 4. A blind counter to Farseer Headhunters. Why the hell would he do that? I hope he's tower rushing him. That's what I'm hoping for. Lich or DK tower rush. Let's see. Lich TR is perfectly fine against Blade Master. It's not played that commonly, but DK tower rush is also viable. Maybe. I think it is. I might be wrong. There's a DK. Let's see what he's doing. Now, what do you do against this if the Death Knight player doesn't tower rush you as the Blade player? Well, you very simply just creep level 3. And then you have level 3 by the time the Death Knight is like 2.6. And then you just follow them around the entire game. You cancel their Slaughterhouse over and over again, stuff like that. But Hitman doesn't pee on Scout, interestingly enough. I think he should be, because then you can scout for builds like this, and then he can instead creep, stuff like that, as a reaction to seeing what the build order is. But Hitman is going to run over here, and then this is all wasted time. Yeah, now he's just got to creep, but he's not even going to be able to get this item. The timing doesn't work out. Assuming the Death Knight doesn't go way over here to get skeletons. Let's see. Oh, he is tower rushing. And Hitman gets the item. If the DK runs straight here, he can do it. He can last hit that, but... Sacrificial Skull. Third Fiend before the third Ghoul. Yes, and Acolyte. Hitboy's being tower rushed. He's taking another item. Oh my god. He should know. He should know what's up. He's building 2 burrows. I don't know what the counter to this is, as an Orc player. But we will see very soon what Hitman at least attempts to do. So he goes with option... Was this option 2 or 3? I don't know. I don't remember. Hitman's... He's creeping. He's creeping on the other side of the map. Hitman, you're about to have towers in your base. You're 2 halfway done. Lucy. 4th Fiend? 4th Fiend. No attack upgrade. Instead, all investments go into... what should be 3 Ziggurats once the Acolyte gets there. And Blade is here, albeit a little bit late. Actually, very late. This is... I think Lucy just wins here. Let's see, though. We've been surprised before. We've been surprised today, even. Ziggurats. The priority has to be to cancel the Ziggurats. But Dust and Focus Fire on the Blade. Blade's got to run away. Needs to stay in range, at least, to force the focus on him as opposed to the Grunts. The second these Fiends start attacking the Grunts, is the second they start to die. Hitman actually did that pretty well with how late he was. And is this burrow in range of this? Apparently not. Second dust. Foil to cancel the salve. Tier 2 is here. Do you go for a tavern here? I'll probably just go for Shadow Hunter. There it is. And brute strength? No, instead potion of healing. Eventually you gotta cancel. The key with getting tower rushed pretty much always. Oh my god, did he just do that? What I was gonna say, the key to getting tower rushed is to always cancel the towers. Importantly. But sometimes you just surround the DK on the... against the shop. You just simply just pull all your lumber peons and speed scroll peons surround the Death Knight. That's how you hold the Death Knight tower rush, everybody. But no. Nice try to Lucy. Obviously had the ping disadvantage today, but still a good run. Gets second place, and Hitman with the return of his orc gets the 3-0 sweep. Wish we could have seen some more games, but if you ain't gonna win game 1, you ain't gonna win game 2 or 3.